I want to thank ironcompany.com for sending me these bells to test out and give some honest feedback on them. They sent me a 12 kilo, a 16 kilo, and a 24, which in my opinion are the three most popular sizes. So over the years, many people have asked me, what bells do you recommend? What do you have in your facility? What should we buy? It's a tough answer to give because each bell has their advantages and disadvantages, and I've used several different manufacturers over the years. But when I'm looking at these bells, or any bell, I look at two things. Number one, function. How does it feel in the rack position? How does the handle feel, the thickness when I swing, when I snatch? And also, how does it look aesthetically? And let's be honest, if you're a facility owner, you want bells that look good in your facility, whether they're on the ground or they're in a rack. So when I first saw these bells, I was impressed. I liked how they looked overall. I liked the color coding on each bell, which is important, especially if you have a facility, you have a lot of bells. I've been in several facilities where they just put tape on them and then the tape starts falling off and it just doesn't look professional. These are all color coded and they actually embedded the color inside the handle. So it's very easily identifiable and it looks really good when they're lined up. The other thing they did on several bells, you'll see they'll put 24 kilo or 53 pounds, but it's so small you can barely see it. They made this bigger so it's easily identifiable along with the color coding here. The finish, it's very important in the finish because a lot of bells are either powder coated or they have a too smooth of a finish. These are powder coated bells, but they still grab, they still catch, which is nice, and that's something I prefer. It's smooth, but you'll still feel like it's grabbing in your hand. The other thing is, I've used bells in the past that have the seam, either on the top or on the bottom. That's how they're produced, but that seam will rip your hands open. These are completely seamless all the way through and has a really nice finish on it, so you don't have to worry about that. One of the things that I noticed as I use these, and also specifically as my students use these bells, is specifically with the 24 kilo, they made the handle a little wider. So for those who have bigger hands, how many times have you seen people do a two-hand swing and their pinky's out because they can't fully grip the bell? Well, they made the handle wider, but what they did do is they made the distance between the handle and the bell the same, which is extremely important. I've used so many bells that I see they're wider, but they're also a greater distance here, so when you clean it and you rack it, it sits too low, it doesn't feel good. So what Iron Company did was they made a bell wider, but they didn't sacrifice the distance, which is awesome. Female clients that use the 16 and the 12 love them. The handle is actually thinner, which somebody who has small hands, it feels much better when you're doing ballistic movements or grinds. And again, didn't sacrifice the distance on the width. It sits really well in the middle of the forearm. And also these are coated as well so that you can see. Overall, 2 thumbs up. Like them very much. They look good. They function very well. And again, didn't mess up the distance here. It actually works really well. So as a facility owner, I would pick up a few. See what you think. Try it out. Have your students try it out. But I just wanted to give some honest feedback on ironcompany.com. Their bells, they're new bells, so thank you for sending them to me. I appreciate it very much.